Welcome to today's exploration of a common mental habit that can significantly affect our daily lives: overthinking. At some point, everyone finds themselves replaying conversations in their heads, planning for all possible scenarios, and getting caught in the web of what ifs. This process, where your mind continuously churns out thoughts without resolution, is what we refer to as overthinking. It's like having a mental loop that replays the same worries and fears, distracting you from living in the present and draining your mental energy. Understanding the triggers of overthinking is essential. Often it begins with a concern about the future or regret from the past. These thoughts are typically fueled by fear of failure, fear of rejection, or even fear of uncertainty. This fear can be paralyzing, making it challenging to make decisions or take steps forward in life. But what causes this fear? It often stems from our perceptions of safety, love, and self-worth, which will be the focus of our discussion today. The cycle of overthinking doesn't just occupy your mind, it has tangible effects on your overall health. Mentally, it can lead to increased anxiety, stress, and sleep disturbances. These issues arise because your brain is caught in a loop, unable to move forward and constantly stressing about the multiple outcomes of any situation. This mental state can exhaust you, as it requires a significant amount of psychological energy to maintain. Physically, the stress response triggered by persistent overthinking can lead to headaches, muscle tension, and even changes in appetite. Why is this important to recognize? Because the state of your mental health directly influences your physical health, and vice versa. Stress hormones like cortisol are released when you overthink, which was useful in prehistoric times when physical threats were the norm, but in today's world, these hormones are often triggered unnecessarily by our thoughts alone. This constant state of stress can have long-term effects, such as hypertension and a weakened immune system. Now, knowing the detrimental effects of overthinking on our well-being is the first step towards change. Now, we will look into how you can cultivate a sense of safety and love for yourself, reminding you that you are indeed enough. By focusing on these foundational aspects, you can begin to calm the incessant chatter of the mind and bring yourself back to a state of peace and productivity. Let's shift our focus to the concept of emotional safety, what it means, and how it influences our thought processes. Feeling safe isn't just about physical security, but also about emotional security, which plays a crucial role in how we manage our thoughts. When you feel emotionally secure, you're less likely to fall into the trap of overthinking because you know at a deep level that you can handle the challenges that come your way. Emotional safety can be cultivated by affirming your own strengths and abilities. It's about reassuring yourself that you have the resilience and the resources to face life's uncertainties. This doesn't mean ignoring potential risks, but rather recognizing that you are equipped to deal with them effectively. When you feel safe, your mind eases, the cycle of negative thoughts slows down, and you find it easier to focus on the present rather than getting lost in future worries or past regrets. One of the most effective tools to combat overthinking is self-love. Self-love is about acknowledging your worth and giving yourself the compassion you often reserve for others. It acts as a shield against the barrage of self-critical thoughts that fuel overthinking. By fostering a loving relationship with yourself, you set a standard for how you interact with your thoughts. You begin to question whether these repetitive thoughts serve your well-being or if they merely perpetuate anxiety and stress. Practicing self-love involves simple yet impactful actions: setting boundaries, prioritizing your needs, and forgiving yourself for your perceived faults. These actions reinforce the belief that you are enough just as you are, reducing the need to overanalyze every situation or decision. This acceptance allows you to release the need for perfection and control, which are common triggers for overthinking. By strengthening your emotional safety and practicing self-love, you create a mental environment where overthinking has less influence. You teach your mind to value the present and trust in your abilities to handle the future. As we continue, we will look into more specific techniques that help anchor you in the present moment, further reducing the habit of overthinking. Let's look into the power of self-acceptance, or simply feeling enough. This concept is fundamental in reducing the urge to overthink. When you internalize the idea that you are enough as you are, without needing to prove your value or worth, you naturally begin to ease the pressures that lead to overthinking. Self-acceptance encourages you to accept your flaws and imperfections as part of what makes you unique, rather than as faults to obsess over. To foster this mindset, focus on acknowledging your achievements and the qualities you admire about yourself. This practice helps shift your perspective from what you perceive as lacking to appreciating what you already embody. When you believe you are enough, the fear of judgment or failure, which often triggers overthinking, diminishes. You allow yourself to make decisions without the paralyzing fear of every possible outcome. One effective method to curtail overthinking is by anchoring yourself in the present moment. Overthinking is inherently a preoccupation with the past or future, while present-focused techniques bring your mind back to what is happening right now. Techniques such as mindfulness can be particularly beneficial. Mindfulness involves observing your current experiences without judgment. It teaches you to recognize when your thoughts drift into repetitive patterns and gently guides them back to the present. Practicing mindfulness can start with simple activities like deep breathing, observing your surroundings, or focusing on the sensations in your body. These practices don't just help in reducing overthinking, they enhance your overall awareness and appreciation of the present. By investing more in the present, you reduce the room your mind has to wander into unproductive spirals of thought. Building on our understanding of how focusing on the present can alleviate overthinking, let's explore the concept of emotional resilience and its critical role in managing our mental landscape. Emotional resilience refers to your ability to adapt to stress and adversity without falling into prolonged periods of dysfunction or distress. Developing this resilience is key to reducing overthinking because It enhances your confidence in handling life's uncertainties and challenges. To build emotional resilience, start by setting realistic expectations for yourself and recognizing that setbacks are a natural part of life. This mindset allows you to face difficulties without excessive worry. Maintaining a problem-solving attitude helps shift your focus from worrying about potential problems to actively finding solutions. This approach reduces the space and energy available for overthinking by channeling your mental resources towards productive activities rather than cyclical worrying. Another vital strategy in curbing the tendency to overthink is redirecting your energy towards personal growth and internal development. By focusing your energy inward, you engage in self-discovery and personal enrichment, which leaves less room for overthinking. This internal focus involves activities that enhance self-awareness, such as journaling, meditation, or engaging in hobbies that you find fulfilling. This redirection not only helps in managing your thoughts, but also in establishing a deeper connection with yourself, which reinforces the feelings of safety and self-love discussed earlier. As you become more attuned to your internal world, you naturally start to detach from external validation and the need to overanalyze every external opinion or potential future scenario. While we continue to explore effective ways to manage overthinking, remember that each step builds upon the last. By enhancing your emotional resilience and focusing inward, you equip yourself with robust tools to manage stress and reduce the frequency and intensity of overthinking. Progressing from the individual practices of building resilience and redirecting energy inward, it's crucial to consider the external factors that influence our mental state, specifically the environments we inhabit. Creating a supportive environment is an essential step in managing overthinking. This involves surrounding yourself with positive influences and people who encourage your growth and well-being. A nurturing environment can significantly decrease the tendency to overthink by providing reassurance and external perspectives that counterbalance your internal dialogues. To create such an environment, seek out and cultivate relationships with friends, family, or groups that share similar aspirations for personal development and mental health. These relationships can provide emotional support and practical advice when you're caught in an overthinking spiral. Organizing your physical space to promote relaxation and peace can also help manage stress levels, further reducing the urge to overthink. While we wrap up our video of strategies to stop overthinking, remember that the journey to managing your thoughts is ongoing and requires continuous effort and dedication. Accepting this journey means accepting that some days will be easier than others, and recognizing that each step, no matter how small, is progress. Remember the key strategies we've discussed: building emotional resilience, focusing your energy inward, and creating a supportive environment. These tools are designed to empower you to reduce overthinking, focus on the present, and reaffirm your sense of safety, love, and self-worth. Thank you for joining this video. May you find peace in the present moment, strength in your resilience, and joy in your journey toward a less cluttered mind and a more fulfilling life. Continue to nurture your inner self and build environments that support your well-being. Remember, you are safe, loved, and always enough.